Welcome to the Planning and Zoning Commission meeting for Monday, October 25th, 2021. It is 7 p.m. and I will call the meeting to order. Thank you to all of the commissioners for your service this evening. We will start with agenda item B, citizen comments. This agenda item provides an opportunity for citizens to address the Planning and Zoning Commission on any matter that is not posted on the agenda. Anyone wishing to address the commission should complete a citizen comments registration form and submit it to the chairman prior to the start of the meeting. There's a 3-minute time limit for each citizen to speak with a reasonable limitation on speakers on one topic or item with a maximum of 15 total minutes on the same topic item. Anyone wishing to speak shall be courteous and cordial. The Planning and Zoning Commission is not permitted to take action on any subject raised by a speaker during citizen comments. However, the Planning and Zoning Commission may have the item placed on a future agenda for action, refer the item to the Director of Planning for further study or action, briefly state existing city policy, or provide a brief statement of factual information in response to the inquiry. Do we have anyone who would like to speak during citizen comments on an item that is not on the agenda? Is there anyone online? Okay. Seeing none, we'll move on to item C1. Consider approval of the attendance matrix for the Planning and Zoning Commission as presented and take appropriate action. Commissioners, I will entertain a motion.
I move that we accept the attendance matrix as presented.
I have a motion to accept the attendance matrix as presented. Second? From Commissioner Bertle. Second from Vice Chair Zavala. All in favor? It is unanimous. Agenda item C2. Consider approval of the October 18th, 2021 Planning and Zoning Commission minutes and take appropriate action. Staff recommends approval of the minutes. Commissioners, I will entertain a motion.
I move we accept the minutes as written.
I have a motion from Commissioner Bertle. Second?
I second.
Second from Commissioner Byrne. All in favor? Everyone except for Andy, who abstains because he was not here.
I was not there and I didn't watch the video.
Thank you. Item C3. Consider the request for a detailed site plan amendment for an office warehouse building on approximately 1.52 acre tract located at 13100 Sinlac Drive and take appropriate action. Sarupa.
Thank you, Chairman Moore. Good evening, everyone. Shrupa Sen, Planning Department. So the subject property that we are looking at tonight for the detailed site plan is shaded in green. So it's in the southeast quadrant of Sinlac Drive and Valley View Lane, just south of this multi-tenant retail strip center. It's about 1.5 acre vacant land, zone PD 77. The proposal is to construct a 17,127 square feet single-story office warehouse building for Synergy Enterprises as their headquarters. The space will be split about 6,700 square feet of office space and 10,395 square feet of warehouse space. A little bit of history on this project. This is their previously approved detailed site plan that went through Planning and Zoning Commission and City Council for review and approval early this year. This is the north, so that way is Valley View, this is Sinlac. So as a brief background, this project or this whole property used to be one vacant lot. Originally, it was developed in 2 phases or planned and approved in 2 phases. So this first phase, which is already on ground, the multi-tenant commercial building, was site planned. And then this portion was site planned for another tentative speculative retail building. That project never materialized. So eventually the property owner of this lot, which is right at the corner of Valley View and Sinlac, sold the southern portion to Synergy Enterprises. Synergy Enterprises proposes to build their main office warehouse location at this property. However, this property, given the frontage and the location of existing driveways on Senlac, cannot have its own driveway based on, given our public works design standards for driveway spacing. So they need to have shared access from either the property to the north or to the south. So first time when you all looked at this site plan early this year, this was their original layout, contingent with the site plan approval was contingent of the fact that they will receive this blue shaded area as part of a mutual shared access easement from the property owner on this property, of this property. However, since approval, the Synergy Group has failed to acquire said easement. So now they are back with us doing a site plan amendment, and this is their current proposal. The layout hasn't changed a lot. If you can see, they basically mirrored the building or flipped the building. Now the access is going to be provided through this existing drive on the southern property, and staff has received a signed letter of intent from the property owner of this property expressing their desire and willingness to provide the mutual access easement to Synergy. Rest of the project is, as I was saying, pretty much same, slight change with the square footage, and also the loading area is pretty much hidden behind the building. It's a L-shaped building. Parking as required by PD 77 is located behind the front building setback line. There is their dumpster location, and they meet the parking and other site layout requirements. So this is a more zoomed in view of their site itself. That's the loading area I was referring to. This is their proposed landscape plan. As you can see, they are meeting the requirement for street tree along Senlac Drive, as well as the parking area has solid row of shrubs, providing the required screening for parking spaces that are in front of the building. They also have some landscaping proposed close to the building front, provide some visual interest to the building facade. Also, there are all the existing trees in the back, along the back side of the property, they are proposed to remain. These are the proposed building elevations, mostly masonry products, brick and stone covered, and some stucco. So this is the facade, the west elevation, because technically this is north. So this west elevation is the one that would be visible from Senlac or facing Senlac Drive. This is the south elevation, or this side, where you can see the two loading doors, but it's not going to be visible from Senlac because this portion of the building is jutting out. Then this is the north elevation, the side that's going to be facing the strip center property, north. And then this is the east elevation at the back of the building. From a comprehensive plan standpoint, this is, of course, within our west side comprehensive plan within employment district. So employment uses, high-quality office and research and development uses are recommended. So the proposed development, which in a sense is the headquarters for Synergy Enterprises, is consistent with the plan recommendation. Additionally, the site is currently entitled to allow for this proposed use. Staff recommends approval of the detailed site plan. That's all I have for you tonight. We have the applicant present here tonight. If you have any question for her, as well, I'll be happy to answer any question you have. Thank you.
Thank you, Sarupa. Commissioners, any questions for staff? Any questions for the applicant? If the applicant could come forward. Please state your name and address.
Ashley Johnston, and address of my office, or?
That's fine.
3227 McKinney Avenue, Suite 201, Dallas, Texas.
Thank you. Commissioner Jones.
Hey, I'm sorry, I just jog in front of your building like three
Oh.
times a week.
Okay.
So, one, what do you do?
I am I guess, a designer 3. I'm not quite licensed yet.
Oh, no,
Architect.
I'm sorry, what does Synergy do?
Oh, Synergy, okay. Sorry, I'm with the architect group. Synergy, it's a little bit weird for me to explain, but effectively, they represent different food companies, and they'll go to different areas and say, this coffee's great, but you should try this one, and they'll have samples. So the warehouse portion of this is to kind of store some of those products temporarily so that their staff can grab from it, go to their different areas, and then come back. There is a training kitchen that's only meant for presentation. Sometimes they have groups come in and they just show them the product, and then that's it.
So we're more looking at private cars and box trucks, not 18-wheelers and things like that.
Right, I think they might have one large truck that comes once a week, but the rest are like your FedEx, and they'll have them come give them the different, sorry, I'm a little nervous, different food items from the different companies that they represent.
Do you know how many people are planning to be working in the building?
No more than 40 at a time. They've really changed the way that they do things because of COVID. So half their staff is transient. They come in to pick up the products and go. And we kind of changed some of the design so that their desks are very transient. They can just like put their laptop down and leave. They don't actually have their own offices anymore. So at any given time, it would probably be 40 when they're doing their training exercises.
Okay, awesome, thank you.
Any more questions for the applicant? You did a great job. Thank you so much.
Well done.
You say, oh,
So I was going to say, I think the redo on the layout looks better.
yeah, it does work better, especially to hide the loading dock.
Absolutely, yeah.
All right, Commissioners, I'll entertain a motion.
I'll move to approve since I grilled her.
I have a motion to recommend approval of the detailed site plan from Commissioner Jones. Second?
I second.
Second from Commissioner Byrne. All in favor? It is unanimous. This goes to council
November 16th.
November 16th. That's a big day. Big agenda. And finally, item D1. Conduct a public hearing and consider the request specific use permit amendment to extend hours of operation for on-premise sale consumption of alcoholic beverages within a qualifying restaurant or facility for an approximate 6.85 acre property located at 14221 Dallas Parkway, and take appropriate action.
Thank you, Chairman Moore. So 14221 Dallas Parkway, this is the property, the subject property shaded in green on your aerial map on the screen. The property is about 6.85 acre platted lot, zoned PD 53 or Plan Development 53. The location or this cafeteria where the request for the SUP amendment has been submitted currently have an approved SUP for on-premise consumption of beer and wine or alcoholic beverages within a qualifying restaurant. That SUP, as part of your packet, was approved in 2019 by City Council. So the only thing that is part of this current SUP application is the change in hours of operation. Right now, the SUP ordinance includes the alcohol awareness program, which states that the operations, hours of operations are 11 a.m. in the morning to 6 p.m. in the evening. And the applicant is requesting to extend that hours of operation to 10 a.m. in the morning and then 8 p.m. in the evening. These are some of the site photos. This area is commonly known as the International Plaza Office Complex. And there are three buildings, very similar looking, but the middle building, which is parallel to the tollway, that's the building which is addressed 14221 Dallas Parkway and where the cafeteria is located. This is their detailed site plan. This area that is kind of shown in red outline, that's their existing cafeteria location. This is the open space, kind of amenity space for all the office employees to gather and not gather, but as an amenity for the office employees. And this is a floor plan showing in detail where that cafeteria area, where the beer and wine will be served or has been, or currently is being served from. So they're not expanding their floor area or they're not expanding anything in terms of space or square footage. All they're trying to expand is the hours of operation. So nothing on the building exterior or the site layout is changing. The East Side Plan designates this subject property as corporate commerce. The plan recommends businesses with campus-type development with multi-story buildings and uses to support daytime population. Given its proximity to the Dallas Tollway, the existing International Plaza development is, of course, recommended by the study. The on-premise consumption of alcohol is currently approved through their SUP and promotes East Side Plan's goal of encouraging social interaction opportunities. As required by our zoning ordinance and state law, on October 15th, we mailed 11 zoning notification letters to the surrounding property owners within 200 feet, in addition to both Carrollton Farmers Branch ISDs, and we have received no correspondence regarding the SUP application. We recommend approval of the specific use permit. Applicant, Ms. Orteza, is present here tonight. If you have any question for her, and I'll be happy to answer any question as well. Thank you.
Thank you, Sarupa. Any questions for staff?
I have a quick question. So we kind of touched on this a little bit upstairs, but when we looked at the floor plan, there was that red outline. And so the permit only allows consumption in that quadrant?
This is, so this, the cafeteria, the whole cafeteria has much bigger sitting areas. As you can see, there are sitting areas here, but they were trying to outline where the beer and wine are being served from, but it's not specific to that square footage. It's the cafeteria that's approved for the SUP.
Okay, thank you.
Commissioner Brittle?
Well, I don't know if this is for you or not, but so in how this looks, it looks like there's a conference room or an auditorium or a whatever over there to the west of this. My question is, if someone wanted to have a presentation in a conference room or something, would this group be able to take the food in for that and serve liquor for that?
I would let the applicant answer that question because some of it is also guided by their TABC permit, because our SUP is for on-premise consumption within the cafeteria because it's within a qualifying restaurant. That's how it's defined.
Yeah, okay.
But if you would like, the applicant can elaborate more on that.
I think that'd be great.
Yeah.
No, you got to come forward and state your name because they're recording, and the people watching can't hear you.
Hi.
State your name and address for the
Sure,
record.
I'm Reagan Ozeta, 14221 Dallas Parkway, Dallas, Texas, 75254.
Thank you.
Floor 1, 2 and 3. So as far as catering, per our TBC permit, I have to pull catering permits if somebody would like a catering permit. The use of TABC approves it depending on how many people it is. So if somebody wants to do a catering within, it's in our training room, in the training room, it seats up to 125 people. I can pull a permit for that. It's
Good.
because our license is for the entire property.
Good. So, are you the chef?
I am.
Well, we're excited to have a chef here
Oh,
always.
thank you.
So, a question upstairs, this is just kind of not on that. So, are you doing well?
Yes,
And
ma'am.
things
We're
are
doing very well. We had our best week we've ever had last week.
fabulous.
Yeah,
Good.
so we're doing very well.
Good,
Thank you.
okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course.
Any further questions for the applicant? Yes, Commissioner Byrd.
So is it just this floor, or can you pull up a catering permit to go to the tenants up as well?
So on the tenants' floors, they have to, I don't do anything on the tenants' floors. Floors, 10 through 15 are Trinity Industries, and I have not gone to their floors providing catering for them. Not alcohol.
Okay. What's the turnaround time on a catering permit from TABC?
So it depends on how much money you want to spend. It's, the office is in Arlington, and they're all registered online, depending on how many people it's for. And also, if you need a quick permit, I think it's a little bit extra. Yeah,
And then at 10 a.m., you want to extend the hours to start serving at 10 a.m.
yeah.
What is the beverage? I mean, obviously everything's there, but what is the consumption there, the plan? Is that to offer maybe a starting brunch?
Yeah,
Like a
so
mimosa type?
we offer down on the first floor coffee bar. We have a full display case that we offer breakfast pastries and sandwiches. We provide snack packs and sandwiches, pre-made sandwiches, hummus, yogurt, things for people to eat. I do also sell beverages like orange juice cranberry juice, and I have a full-blown coffee bar. So in case someone would like to have a mimosa, I'm putting it out there. They asked if I could, so here I am.
Thank you.
Commissioner Jones.
Real quick,
Yes, sir.
this is just a beer and wine thing, right?
Yes, I do not serve. I have a full permit via TABC, but I do only serve beer and wine.
And is the intent here to, like, is this because we had a hotel come in here and they wanted to have like a refrigerator where you can pull out the singles and go
No.
buy it. Is this like a,
No, this is for on-premise consumption, and all alcohol beverages must be opened. Our permit does not allow for, it's an on-use or in like a restaurant permit, so we have to open every single beverage. They are not allowed to take home. It's not a retail permit where you can take a beer and walk away with it. That violates our policy, and I'm very strict about it.
is it going to be on tap from a local brewery, perhaps one in our station area?
Well, I only serve local Dallas beers and ciders in cans. My kegerator is for cold brew.
Outstanding, thank you.
Yes, sir. You're welcome.
Questions? All right, thank you so much. This is a public hearing. I will now open the public hearing. If you would like to come forward and speak on this topic, please come forward, state your name and address for the record. Anyone online? Seeing no one is here for that, I will now close the public hearing. Commissioners, I will entertain a motion.
Make a motion to approve the specific use permit as it's presented here today.
I have a motion from Vice Chair Zavala to recommend approval of the specific use permit. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second from Commissioner Brittle. All in favor? It is unanimous. This goes to council
November
the
16th.
magic day, November 16th. Thank you so much. And with that, I will close the meeting at 7:22 PM.